Hey, it's Jordan from ThatHumble Wrestling, ThatHumble.com, at Jordan_Verge on Twitter. Hey, if you're like me, and I know if you're watching this video, you're probably a wrestling fan. I said my Twitter handle earlier. You should also be on Twitter, and if you are, you may have seen this tweet from at WWE on Fox. They tweeted, if it were happening tonight, what would be your at WrestleMania 38 main event? Let's go to the masses, because what is it? It's October, right? Let me see. Yes, it is October. So, WrestleMania season's right around the corner. And honestly, if I'm WWE, this is what I'm doing every year. Like 6 months out, I'm going to be like, hey, what do you guys want to see? What's hot right now? So I figure let's take a look at this and see, what some people maybe want to see at WrestleMania in Arlington. So this guy Derek says, anything that isn't Reigns Rock. That's more than likely going to be Dwayne's final run, needs a long build. I mean, like, how long do you need? We're like 170 something days away from WrestleMania, and I feel like as of right now, everything that's been leading to WrestleMania has been leading to Rock Reigns. Roman Reigns, the head of the table of this family that they're in. I think The Rock is gonna make some sort of splash at Survivor Series to set that up. I think that's kind of the way they're going. And this guy said, bruh, Roman Reigns been built as head of the NOI family for over a year. How much longer of a build do you need? Yes, I'm right there with you, ninjas. So Stephanie says she wants the 4 horsewomen fatal 4-way. I can't believe that we haven't gotten this yet, honestly. How long have they been on the main roster? For like 6-7 years? And we still haven't gotten the 4 horsewomen fatal 4-way big main event, not even at like a SummerSlam. Sometimes they like to throw like dream card matches on like random pay-per-views like No Mercy. Didn't get that anytime. I don't know when Bayley's scheduled to be back, but hopefully this could happen. I know they just split Charlotte and Becky and Sasha. They're on different brands right now. WWE, if they want something to happen, they're going to make it happen. So I'm all for this. Bearded Backbump says, these two one-on-one for the Universal Championship. Doesn't it seem like Roman and Seth are just destined to do this dance forever? They, with every era, generation, there's an Austin and Rock, there's a Cena and Orton, there's a Hogan and Savage. I feel like this is our era's Hogan and Savage, Austin and Rock. We got Reigns and Rollins. I feel like they've never had that one-on-one WrestleMania match. It could happen this year. I like the stuff that Seth is doing. He's going to need to have some sort of drastic character change to make it work, you know what I mean? Like, he this whole drip god thing right now, unless, like, the fans really get behind it and they can somehow turn him babyface, I don't see that happening, but it's out there. I think it will happen someday. I don't know if this is the year for it, though. So this guy just said, Adam Cole versus Dean Ambrose. Oh, wait, you fucked those both up. Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to see Adam Cole versus Jon Moxley very soon, probably on a random episode of Rampage to be fair, to bump a rating, and it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be like a 6-star match. So I'm hopeful for that. I don't think it's gonna happen at WrestleMania this year, though. So Steve said, well, there's more than one for me if it were to happen. The 4 horsewomen of MMA versus the 4 horsewomen of WWE. I think that ship has sailed, right? I feel like a few of the horsewomen don't work for WWE anymore. I know Ronda just had her child. Congrats to her. I think that ship has sailed for maybe this year. I mean, they're all young. Things can happen in the future. Maybe not 38, though. He also says Kane versus Undertaker. If it was Undertaker's last match, no. I don't want that. The Undertaker's gone, all right? At Survivor Series last year, we had that whole goodbye Undertaker thing. We had the electricity playing his music. I don't want that. We saw what happened at, Crown Jewel in 2018 when they had Kane and Taker versus DX. I don't need to see Kane and Undertaker. I don't want it. Keep it. And Steven continues saying The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Yeah, this is going to be a a common thread throughout this thread. But he put in parentheses, nobody at ringside. Are you saying that Paul Heyman isn't going to be ringside at the main event of WrestleMania? No. He needs to be there. Rock needs his own Paul Heyman, though. I want Rikishi to come out holding the Brahma Bull Championship the way that Paul Heyman holds the Universal Championship. That's what I want. And then he also ends it with Becky versus Ronda. Yeah, that's the one-on-one match that we always wanted. And then, Becky's face exploded. We thought we were going to get it at WrestleMania. Then Charlotte got into the triple threat, which it was fine. It was fine. That's what I can say about it. Becky versus Ronda, though, yeah, that's a one-on-one that for sure. Sign me up. So Cletus, this is at the NFL Fox Robot. He says Asuka versus Charlotte for the WWE SmackDown Women's title with Asuka beating Charlotte. Okay. Yeah. I was at the WrestleMania in New Orleans when it was Asuka versus Charlotte for the championship, and Charlotte was the first person to beat Asuka. I get that he added the amendment of with Asuka beating Charlotte. If this were the case, yeah, of course, Asuka needs to win. Charlotte does not... here we are in October, me being like, Charlotte does not need this win. But Charlotte does not need this win. So, Pokemon Trainer, he's got a creative mind, all right? He said, Roman Reigns versus Big E versus Kenny Omega versus CM Punk versus Orange Cassidy versus Ryback versus Enzo Amore versus Moose in an Elimination Chamber match. Okay, there's a lot to unpack there. First of all, Elimination Chamber, what is it? That's 6 people. Roman Reigns, Big E, Kenny Omega, CM Punk, Orange Cassidy, Ryback, Enzo, and Moose. We got an 8-person Elimination Chamber match, first of all, at WrestleMania. So, WWE likes to do firsts, of course. So, first ever Elimination Chamber at WrestleMania? Yeah, but there's a couple things here. Ryback, not going to be on the card. I can confidently say that. Enzo Amore will not be on the card. This is going to require the Forbidden Door not just to be opened, but to have like a boot through it. Not open it either. The boot breaks the door, okay? And then it's ripped apart like that GIF from Impact a few years ago. So Alan Cavanna said, easy. The Rock versus Roman Reigns, and in parentheses with a Gangrel Money in the Bank cash-in? Is that on the table? Is that something that's being discussed? So this guy said Mace and T-Bar versus Shanky and Veer for the tag team titles. And Danny said that match is too big for WrestleMania. I have a problem with it, not because of the star power that would make it too big for WrestleMania. It's just the fact that they just split up Mace and T-Bar. I don't get how they would make it work by WrestleMania time. Maybe like a Saudi show. So Adam Guru 007, his WrestleMania 38 main event would have Omos, who's a champion, versus Roman Reigns, who's also a champion, versus Brock Lesnar, versus Drew McIntyre, versus Bobby Lashley, versus Big E, versus Karrion Kross, versus Keith Lee, in an 8-man TLC match where both titles from SmackDown and Raw are on the line. I'm sweating. WrestleMania, it's a full card, right? We're just putting all the star power right at the very tip top. But let me tell you, I will write you a blank check. Just tell me how much money I need to pay to see this, because this is the type of stuff that I need to see in my life. And finally, I'm going to end it with this, with Lewis Blocker, or maybe Lou is Blocker. He said the Honky Tonk Man versus the Brooklyn Brawler in a 2 out of 3, hair versus hair, steel cage inside a Hell in a Cell, loser leaves town match, Chicago street fight. You'll buy the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. I like the idea of it being a Chicago street fight in Arlington, Texas, because if there's one thing that Texans love, it's Chicago. And those were the replies to the at WWE on Fox tweet scene right here. If it were happening tonight, what would be your WrestleMania 38 main event? Hey, let me know in the comments section below, and I'll be back because I like reacting to things, all right? See ya.